welcome to our next episode of A Dose of Two. I'm Heather. This is my good friend Shelby Ryan, and today we are going to be talking about musicals. Musicals! So, again, we're getting a little crazy today and talking about musicals because recently the Tony Awards were on last week, and there's this new musical out called Dear Evan Hansen. It had 9 nominations and it won 6 Tony Awards, including Best Orchestrations, Best Leading Actor, Best Featured Actress, and a few more. Super cool. The main actor who won the Tony was Ben Platt. He is from Pitch Perfect.
He actually plays Benji, so he plays the main guy's roommate.
And we were just talking about recently in Pitch Perfect that we love him because he comes in, you know.
I've got the magic in me.
We literally were just saying how that's our favorite scene in Pitch Perfect because his voice is so clear and big and beautiful.
So jokes on Bumpa, because Benji went off and won a Tony Award. It didn't get the most nominations though. The musical that got 12 nominations was Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812. 12 nominations and it won 2 awards?
Yes, it had 2 wins, even just
and
12
just
nominations.
Nominated. Yeah, for sure. Nominated for a Tony Award, I'm like, just give me the nomination, that's fine.
So with the Tonys, we were inspired to do our episode this week on our favorite musicals. So like we've done in the past weeks, we've chosen 3 of our favorite in no particular order. We're just going to kind of talk about them for a second. So Heather, what is your first musical?
First musical. A couple years ago, I went to Vegas on a frat weekender. Terrible time. But the best time of that trip was when they decided, oh, let's go see Jersey Boys. So, saw the Jersey Boys live in Vegas a couple years ago, and it was phenomenal. I've heard of the Jersey Boys prior to that, and I've heard a couple songs, but I never actually looked anything up about the play or bothered to, go catch the movie, because they did make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
But the whole time, I was just like hearts in my eyes. It was such a good production, and the songs are so catchy, and you just want to snap along to it. It was great. So Jersey Boys for sure up there.
My first favorite is a lot of people's favorite. It's The Lion King.
We tried to stray away from the Disney, but because if I had a choice, I would say Beauty and the Beast is my favorite because I was in that musical and it was a great time.
And you guys did a really good job of that.
Yeah.
The Lion King #1 is my absolute favorite Disney movie. I even have a Lion King tattoo with my best friend, but I did see The Lion King on Broadway a couple years back. My brother and I went when we were in New York City, and
you guys looked so good too.
Yeah, we got super dressed up.
Versace, Kate Spade.
Someone on our way there asked us if we were going to prom. Yeah, so we saw Lion King on Broadway, and for anyone who's seen The Lion King, you understand me. When that first person comes out on the side balcony and a person comes out on the other balcony and the whole stage fills up with a chorus of people, and then they come walking down the aisles. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And of course, the child in me just came to life. And then the set design and how they do the characters, because they make it's basically big puppets that people are moving with sticks.
Totally, and you have to add that they're animals. The characterization of their characters, there's so much you have to think about.
And just the traditional African dancing, the traditional African inspired music that came from The Lion King, and just
I'm so jealous you got to see that
on
Broadway.
That is the best, not the best, I don't know. I love that musical so much. It is so worth seeing live. Next time it's at Gamage, I'm definitely gonna go. All right, Heather, your second one?
A second one I had to put in there was Rent.
Duh.
I love Rent, and I'd never seen the play, or the movie was the first time I ever saw Rent. I mean, everyone knew the
525,600 minutes.
Everyone knows that song, okay? And I used to just sing that song not knowing where it was from, and then I saw Rent the movie, and I was like, oh, so this is where it's from. And they used a lot of the actors in the movie. Most of them were from the original Broadway production. I mean, Idina Menzel is in that, and she is phenomenal. I don't care
the most beautiful voice.
I don't care what anyone says. Idina Menzel has a phenomenal voice. There's a lot of heavy content in there. It revolves around poverty. You know, these starving actors living in New York City don't have jack for money.
And the AIDS epidemic.
You have some trans stuff in there. You have some sexuality discoveries in there. So it's just a good story. And
so speaking of Idina Menzel, who was in the original Rent, my second favorite play is Wicked, which if anyone knows, Idina Menzel was the original Wicked Witch, and Kristen Chenoweth was the original.
Such a good duo.
Yeah, they're really good together because their voices are very different. Idina Menzel's is deeper.
I think she's more of like an alto range, whereas Kristen Chenoweth has a high soprano voice.
She has the highest voice in the world. So cute. I love their acting in that. Now, when I did see Wicked on Broadway in New York as well with my mom, and I haven't. When we went, obviously, it wasn't Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth again. We went probably 2014. Wicked is just such a fun play. The characters have such good, like, they build such good characters throughout it. The songs are such
defying gravity at the
belting.
end. When she, like, floats up and she's, like, leaving. Just
defying gravity. This is her broomstick. Wicked has those typical Broadway big songs that are just so exciting to hear.
And to sing, okay, for a Broadway show, they put on about 8 to 9 shows a week. Okay, you go Monday through Sunday, you do the night shows, and then matinees are typically on Saturdays and Sundays. You have to take such good care of your voice to be able to perform those insane musical numbers just every day for weeks.
And not only do you have to only perform, like, not only are you performing it once at night, you're practicing during the day. You're constantly singing.
Doing quick rehearsals, you know?
Yeah, those. Oh, Broadway stars blow my mind because I want to sing like them.
You know, Idina Menzel used to be a wedding singer?
Really?
That's how she started her career. She was a wedding singer. I was like, I would have booked, I mean, not that I was getting married. Idina Menzel, I want you to be my wedding singer.
Actually, a really funny story about Idina Menzel. About a year ago or something, my friend took me to an Idina Menzel concert. It was her birthday gift from her parents, which is really random. I didn't know she had concerts, but she has music, and it was after Frozen, so she sang songs from Frozen and songs from Wicked and all kinds of things from the plays she's been in. And she got really drunk during the concert, or before it, I don't know. But she would sing her songs perfectly, and then in between the songs, she was like, "What's up, people?" Yeah, so Wicked, just all around great. Very, very musically, very Broadway.
Very nice.
Heather, your third?
My third and last one, which is a play I just saw for the first time a couple weeks ago, The Book of Mormon.
I'm so jealous. I regret not buying tickets now.
I've heard such good things about this show for years, back since high school. I remember they would play the Book of Mormon soundtrack during, like, black box rehearsals. And I'm like, what is this musical and why is everyone obsessed with it? I get it now. Not that I'm throwing shade toward the Mormon religion at all, because I'm not, but that's just basically what the show is about, and it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, heavy satire. If you don't know what it's about, it's just super heavy satire and sarcasm. And
to give you like an idea, like one of the greatest songs that was in there, they do a song called "Turn It Off," which is basically like,
turn it off like a light switch, go click. It's a cool little Mormon trick. We do it all the time.
And you feeling certain feelings that just don't seem right. Treat those pesky feelings like a reading light and turn them off.
There's a lot of profanity thrown in there, tons and tons of profanity, but it's just so funny because it is such a satire.
My third and final play, or musical, is Les Miserables. Les Miserables.
I just like saying the title.
So I actually read the book, book by Victor Hugo, the first time in my sophomore year of high school, and then the teacher actually played like the 25th anniversary concert play where they didn't act out the play but they sang the songs in class after we finished reading it, and I got obsessed. I I bought the original like 1980s album off of iTunes or whatever and listened to it on repeat I listen to things on repeat a lot, and I listen to, I'm not kidding, maybe 9 or 10 months. I listen to it every single day, at least once a day, and to this day I know every word to every single song.
There's no dialogue.
No.
It's just singing.
The kind of cool thing about it is every character has their own kind of theme song. So like the beginning of the song, they all have like a certain sound portraying each character, and so you can kind of tell what character is going to come next. And they just all, oh my gosh, it's just so cool because they move it all through song, and it's Les Mis is one of my favorite books of all time. Victor Hugo's actually probably one of my top like 3 favorite authors. So to see that become such a beautiful, beautiful musical, and the music is so well done, and just I love Les Mis. My high school put on Les Mis my senior year, I think, and I went every single night. I had like some friends in theater, but not enough to justify for how many times I went. They probably were like, God, this girl
Every
again.
single night.
I went every single night because it was like Wednesday through Saturday or whatever, and our orchestra was just so good, and we had just really good singers at my school, and it was so good.
My first musical was West Side Story, actually.
The first musical you were in.
That was my first play, too. Yeah. So we did like a Shakespeare cabaret. They mixed up Romeo and Juliet with West Side Story because West Side Story was a modernized Romeo and Juliet. Mm-hmm. And I got to play Anita, so I got to stand up on stage in the tight red dress and sing I like to be in America. But I got to do the mambo on stage. Like, it was so fun, and just like the camaraderie that you form with your castmates, so insane. Like,
so those are our 3 musicals each. I love all of Heather's. Of course, I love all of mine. I think those are all good choices.
Yeah. This week also on Whitwood Go, Beyonce might be in labor.
Now, to start off, we don't need a reason to talk about Beyonce. I think the fact that she's alive is news enough. According to rumors, there's an entire maternity wing at UCLA hospital shut down, and Jay-Z was spotted on the campus. The rumors are that she's in labor with her twins.
She's having twins?
Yeah, she's having twins, and we don't know if they're boy or
so
girls or whatever.
Like orange licorice and
because of Blue Ivy. No, I don't. She doesn't come out with the names. Of course, it's Beyonce. She's so secretive about stuff. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited for there to be more Knowles children walking around. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess they'll be Carters.
Also, this past week, Ariana Grande got an honorary citizenship for Manchester, which is super dope.
Yeah, she, as you know, really bad terrorist attack did happen at her concert, and she rebounded in what we think is the best way possible. She threw a big benefit concert. Yeah. She gave tickets back to the people who were at her show for free, and then they raised a bunch of money. You don't want to think about money in that kind of situation, but it is an important part of it because hospital bills are expensive.
Yeah.
But Ariana Grande was granted honorary citizenship of Manchester because they thought she did such a good job of bringing the community back together. So that's a good little news coming from this week.
Happy.
And then the last thing we have to talk about, let me preface this, is about The Bachelor / Bachelorette.
We've never seen a single minute of any Bachelor episode ever.
Not even a single second.
I don't care about The Bachelor, whatever. I don't think it's that interesting.
They just started filming The Bachelor in Paradise, and some inappropriate incident happened between 2 of the cast members, Karine Olympios and Demario Jackson, and he, from what we're getting, now they're not giving out too many details. She had been drinking a little bit too much that day, and he took advantage of her and in an inappropriate way. And so 2 days later, they completely stopped the filming. Everyone was like really confused, like what's happening?
They're talking about shutting down the entire Bachelorette franchise. Like, that's a huge gesture.
Huge franchise.
And a huge franchise as well. So that had been such a serious situation for them to talk about shutting down the entire Bachelorette franchise.
So they have stopped filming this season. They sent everyone home. They are not going to continue filming this season. And both Demario and Karine came out with statements. Karine said she doesn't really remember the night because, as I specified earlier, she had been drinking a decent amount. No problem with that. You can drink as much as you want. She says she doesn't really remember, but she does understand that something really bad happened, and she's seeking, proper legal outcomes and everything that she needs to do. Through you, Demario.
With that being said, that ends this week's episode of A Dose of Two, or our vlogging episode. Go to our website to check us out at adoseof2.com. Email us at adoseof2blog@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, adoseof2blog.
Check out our Facebook, which we are going to start using as of today.
Even though we really don't want to, but we're going to.
Apparently Facebook's important.
That'll be a Dose of Two blog as well. Send us, again, email, subscribe to our newsletter if you want to keep up to date with our posts, written posts. We do 2 a week, and we do 1 video post a week. Send us love, send us hate, send us whatever you want.
All right, I think we're done for today.
All right, awesome. We will see you guys next week.
Later.